What is up, East High? Thatcher from The Leap here, and I'm here to review one of the most popular and talked about shows during this quarantine time, Tiger King. All right, so this is Joe, or Joe Exotic as he likes to be called. Joe owns a zoo, but it's not just like any normal zoo. It's in Oklahoma, and he just owns a lot of these things. So, on top of being a zoo owner, Joe is also these three things right here. This is Carol Baskin. Carol hates Joe. Joe hates Carol. Basically, Carol wants Joe, or people like Joe who own exotic pets, to give them to her so they can be put into some sort of animal rescue program. Doc Antle. This guy is weird. He owns a zoo just like Joe, except it's a little cleaner and just a little nicer. However, this guy is a creep, and basically everybody who works for him is involved in some sort of cult. Okay, so remember Joe? Yeah, he's married to this guy, John. He's kind of creepy and doesn't have very many teeth. But anyway, not only did Joe marry John, but he married this guy, Trevor, and look, they're all married together. Okay, quick little side note. She worked for Joe and her arm got bitten off by a tiger, but clearly they don't really talk about it that much. Okay, this is Jeff. He shows up to help Joe, who doesn't have any money anymore, and he claims that he has money, but really we find out that he's not as rich as he says. Also, Jeff is friends with this creep. Yeah, real nice looking guy. Now, Joe ends up allegedly hiring him to go down to Tampa Bay, Florida, and kill Carol Baskin. Now, it ends with Joe going to jail for the alleged murder plot on Carol Baskin. However, the ironic thing is that Carol Baskin pretty much got away with killing her husband, or at least we think so. Alright, that's it for my review on Tiger King. If you want to see all the gritty details, go watch it on Netflix right now. And thank you for watching.
Much needed home improvements or reduce nagging credit card debt. Here's one more reason you'll want to work with us. We're #1 in the nation according to JD Power for a record 10.
When it was time for the forest scene, me and the other trees hopped into our positions. The curtains rose, and when they did, I heard Manny's voice.
Hello, East High. This is Mr. Ware. Welcome to my temporary office that I have set up here at my house. for while we are all working and learning from home. I hope you can set up some sort of a setup kind of like this, if it's like a desk that you can put your laptop on, or even just setting your laptop on the kitchen table is going to be better than working on your bed or on the couch. So I wanted to show you guys a couple tips and tricks for Canvas that can help you guys as you guys are starting to transition into doing all of your learning online from home. So let's jump right in. The first thing I want to show you is how you can get to Canvas. There's a couple different ways that I've seen students do, so I wanted to give you multiple options to make sure you know how to get there. The first way is the way I typically do, is I'll go to our district's webpage, which is slcschools.org, and then I'll go to Employees, and then you can see this Canvas button right here. That'll take you to the login screen. Another way I've seen students do it is they'll go to the East homepage, which typically they'll just search East High School in Google like this, and then they'll go to our homepage here, and you can see there's a link right here. In the future, if there's more events listed and that goes away, down here towards the bottom there's a link to Canvas right there as well, which takes you there. And then finally, the last one is if you just type in the URL for it. So it's slcschools.instructure.com. And you may have noticed while I was typing that if you've been there before, you could just do SLC and then it should remember that and you can just click on it. So whichever way is the best for you is the best way for you. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to log on. You'll use your school email, and the way your school email works is it's your first name. So for me it would be Jonathan, and then a period, and then the first letter of your last name. So jonathan.w, and then there's 3 numbers. Those 3 numbers are the last 3 numbers of your student ID. And so for me that's 677, and then it's at slcstudents.org, like that. And then your password will be your typical password. It's a little bit different for teachers, so let me go ahead and log in. Okay, so once you get logged in, you will see these little cards of all of your different classes. These little icons mean different things. Like you can see this one means that there's an announcement in this class, that there are assignments that are available in that class, etc. If you have a new announcements from a teacher, there will be a little red circle next to this, and if you click on that, it'll take you to the announcement. If you have a message in your inbox, there will be a little red circle there as well to show you that you have something ready to be submitted, or sorry, that you have a message from somebody, probably your teacher. Down here in the corner, you guys will have to do stuff here as well, I believe, except that for you it'll be assignments. For me, it's stuff that I need to grade. For you guys, you can also see there's this coming up thing, which is nice because it kind of takes everything from all of your classes and puts them here. You can see it's also suggesting you view the calendar. You can either click there or over here on the left to click to view the calendar. This is a really great tip that I have found is you can see if I go back a month or two, you can see it takes all of the different classes that I have and it puts all the things that are due on there, and then once they're done or submitted, it'll cross them off like that. And another tip I wanted to give you guys is you can see I've got these here. This is for my personal calendar. A lot of your teachers might be putting everything is due on Friday, and you may want to split up when you're going to do those things. So if you click on the calendar, you can put, you know, your own stuff on there, and you could even call it an assignment. Well, probably not actually. So I would just say math, if I could spell math correctly, and then maybe that helps me remember that I want to do my math. You can also color code these. So for example, my video production and TV broadcasting are like the same color, and so it's hard to tell what's what. So if I come in here, I could give this a different color so that it's a little bit easier to tell which classes are which, and those colors will correlate with these little dots that you see out here. So hopefully those are some helpful tips for you guys as you transition into doing some online learning. Good luck. Let your teachers know what struggles you're having, either by sending them messages here on Canvas or by sending them emails. And we will all figure this out together. Thanks.